Hello everyone, welcome to Arka Science, and today in this video I will be talking about the direct motion of Saturn, which has already had happened on 4th of November 2023. In fact, I am making this content a week later, means it's a bit late, but since it's a very important and significant energy change with respect to Saturn, and Saturn is a very important planet for us, for our horoscope, so it's a mandatory uh, and compulsory to make a content on this, so that I will be able to share my views and opinions with respect to all the 12 ascendant signs. And the most important part is that Diwali is here, so I wish one and all, every one of my viewers, a very happy, very auspicious and prosperous Diwali to every one of you. Hope you enjoy this festival of lights with all joy and with your family and all. So let's start this video with this note of joy and happiness. Saturn is a very important planet because it rules our karma, it rules whatever actions we are going to take, we are thinking about it, or means how you are executing it, implementing it. Now it has got something other with other planets also, like Mercury and all, but when you are thinking about something, even that is a karma. When you are saying something, even that is a karma. When you are executing that plan, that is also a karma that forms a total part which is ruled by Saturn, because that is the time when we say that think positive about everyone, always think good about everyone. Why? Because it forms a part of karma. Okay, and since Saturn is transiting in Aquarius, now Aquarius is a very humanitarian sign. So during this transit of Saturn through Aquarius, when we do good for the people, and you see charity begins at home. So when we are thinking good for the people near and dear to us, who are nearby us, in our daily contacts, specifically the people who are underprivileged, the people who needs our help. Like suppose someday you go across and help a small child in his or her education. You are not only doing something good with respect to Saturn, but also it is a very good remedy for Mercury and Jupiter also. Okay, or suppose you are helping some old man or old lady. Okay, means it's a very beautiful sign, Aquarius, and you will see that this nature of helping others in a more compassionate manner, in a very selfless manner, the thoughts, it will automatically come because Saturn is transiting through Aquarius. It is like some automated system. Saturn enters Aquarius, and it has entered Aquarius previously this year 2023. um, but the important part here is that it's like it's an automated system, as I was saying. The energy of Aquarius is so powerful, Aquarius is so powerful that it automatically comes in our mind that how to help people, how to do good for others. Like something which is getting wrong in front of you, no matter whatever you are thinking, once in a while you will react to it, that you know that is not correct. It is not you, it is what Saturn is making you think that you should talk about it, because that is not correct. And Aquarius also means that giving back to the society, means you do something good, and you are not only keeping that thing for you or for few people, you are thinking about everyone, that how it can benefit others. And that is the reason Aquarius is a very intelligent sign, very futuristic sign, inventive, scientific methodology, innovation. All these things are associated with Aquarius, and Saturn brings forth all these significations. Now, since Saturn is direct, so you will see that whichever house Aquarius lies in your horoscope, those perspectives, those significations will now come forward in a more positive manner. It will go forward because Saturn rules karma, but Saturn is also kal, means time. So you will see with time things will progress, it will go ahead. Suppose Saturn rules your fourth house and you are a student, so you will see that now you are able to concentrate more on your studies, in your education. Or suppose you are a painter and Saturn is ruling your third house, so you will be able to focus more on your painting, in your handworks. That's how it works. And you will also feel that yes, now I can just devote my time. And here I will say something unique. You can relate it. Maybe anyone can relate it. Since many people say that Saturn delays it, but in Aquarius the delay is good. Now many may not agree, but still I will like to say it, that sometimes delay is good. Why? Because certain things needs time to happen at a very uh, magnificent or wonderful form. Like suppose, as I was saying, like suppose someone is a painter, and a good painting requires time. It requires huge amount of discipline and patience. So suppose Saturn is in good dignity in your third house or fifth house, and you are suppose a good painter, then it will really help you out. Nevertheless, we have to also look into other planets, specifically Venus and other planets also. But I'm just talking about one particular thing, that sometimes delay is essential because delay is associated with patience. Okay, sometimes what happens that in delay we become very anxious, irritated, but if you have a strong Saturn, you will always find the positive out of it. Okay, so that's how it works. I was just citing one example, nothing else. It can help you in other aspects of your life also. As I said, that depending upon where the sign Aquarius lies in your horoscope, in which house, with that perspective it will give you good results. Okay, and I will also say you that if you are new to this channel, tap onto the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon, so that every time I make a new video you get notified instantly. And since this direct motion of Saturn will be happening in any of your house, okay, depending upon your natal horoscope, and it will be impacting your other planets also in your horoscope. You may be running through any of the dasa, so it will have a unique result on different magnitude on your life, okay, in your personality. So anytime if you want a consultation from me, check the links down in the description section. You can also mail me through my email ID, or you can get connected with me through my Facebook or Instagram account. So let us start for all the 12 ascendant signs now. For the Aries ascendant, you see Saturn is transiting in your 11th house, and Saturn rules your 10th and 11th house. So it's a very important planet for you, and I will say that it is the time for growth, and I mean it, because Saturn is transiting in your 11th house of growth, multiplicity, income, development. So since it is in direct motion, so that means all your work, all your hard work will now progress. It will get into maturity. You will also feel that yes, you are now feeling more relaxed in doing your work, which is a good thing, which is also a factor that you may get recognized in your work. There is a chance that your hard work may lead you to success and development in your life, good income, prosperity. If you are a student, in that case you will see that now you are able to focus more in your studies because Saturn is aspecting your fifth house. Yes, more responsibilities are required, commitment is required if you are in a love and romantic relationship. Saturn is aspecting your first house and eighth house, so yes, health is a matter you have to take care regarding your health also. So that's it for the Aries ascendant people. For the Taurus ascendant people, Saturn is the Yoga Karaka planet. It is the ninth lord and 10th lord. It is transiting in the 10th house in the direct motion. So, first thing is that it is preparing you to have a more disciplined and committed approach towards your work. You will see that whatever work you are doing, previously you might have had some kind of confusion regarding your work, regarding how you are taking forward your job, or whatever karma means, whatever work you are doing, or in your education also, because Saturn rules your ninth house of higher education. So there could have been some kind of confusion, but now you will see that all the confusions are getting cleared. You are able to go forward properly with regards to your work. Since Saturn rules your 10th house, it is direct in the 10th house, it is also your 9th house. You will see that you will be able to work in a more justified mode. Okay, you will be able to apply your righteousness in your work, and it will also maintain a good rapport between you and your superiors and authorities. So with your hard work, you will see that your work and everything is getting not only successful but also getting recognized, because Saturn is also the significator of 10th house karma. Okay, so basically I will say that it's a good time for your work, for your education. Another thing is that Saturn is aspecting your 12th house. Okay, and Saturn is also aspecting your 7th house. So that means if you are thinking to go to some faraway place or foreign lands with respect to work or with respect to your higher education, this is a good time. Looking into the fact that Jupiter is transiting in your 12th house. Jupiter happens to be your 11th lord. So suppose you are working in a multinational company, or suppose you are thinking of going to some faraway place, or thinking of a transfer to some faraway lands. Okay, in that case that will be beneficial for you. Yes, initially you may feel isolated over there because of the aspect of Saturn on the 12th house, but definitely it is going to give you good results in the long run. Saturn will be aspecting your 4th house and 7th house. That means you have to have a proper balance in your domestic and relationship matters also. With respect to your work, means if you feel that I have to devote everything in my work life, then you may also feel that your personal life, that is the domestic life, affairs and everything, homely environment, married life or relationship is getting suffered. So you have to prepare a proper balance over there, because you see Saturn is a good planet for you. It is a yoga karaka planet. It will always want something good for you. So more you are responsible into the important parts of your life, more it is going to give you very good results. Okay, make the most out of it. That's it for the Taurus ascendant people. For the Gemini ascendant people, Saturn is direct in your 9th house, and Saturn is the ruler of your 8th house and 9th house. So this direct motion of Saturn is going to give you very good results for all the Gemini ascendant people. The first thing is that it will be having a good impact on your health, because previously it was retrograde, the 8th lord becoming retrograde. So something or the other was going to like impacting you, but now I will say that overall with regards to your health, it is going to give you very good results. Secondly, previously when it was retrograde in the 9th house, it was by the virtue of retrograde motion, it was giving its result from 8th house also. So sudden ups and downs were there. Many things were not going to according to your plan previously, but now since it is direct, slowly and gradually you will see that now things are progressing, your work is progressing, and whatever work you are planning, it is going as per your plans, you will be able to execute your time management and your plannings much more better than before. Okay, and since it is in the ninth house, it is also the house of learning, higher learning, and also following your aims and ambitions in your life. Like suppose you want to achieve something in your life and you are working hard for it, and you are thinking that I need to apply those things, implement those things in my life, in my work, so that I will be able to have better success in the upcoming days and time. So that is the main thing, that is the main purpose of this direct motion of Saturn in your ninth house. Another thing is that suppose if you are pursuing some higher education, or you are pursuing or you are going to pursue or thinking about it, then it's a wonderful time to start a new education, start I will also say start a new work also, because ninth house is the house of fortune, and Saturn is the lord of your ninth house. Okay, it is the bhagya karak planet for you, bhagya karak grah for you. Okay, um, religious studies, religious philosophies, or even the study of law, if you are associated with it, then this Saturn is going to give you very good results. Another thing, Saturn will be aspecting your sixth house, so that means it will bring some stability, proper discipline and commitment towards your work, service or job. Suppose you are under someone, or you are having some subordinates under you, in that case also it is going to give you very good results. Saturn will be aspecting your 11th house. Okay, so that means with your hard work, you will ensure that you are having regular gains. Stability in your gains and income will be now seen as the time goes by. You will see that there is a proper stability in your gains, income, prosperity in your life. Even suppose if you are thinking that yes, I have to work on new project, I have to start something, or I have to focus on my hobbies, focus on my talent, on my creative talent, in that case also it is going to give you very good results, because it will be aspecting your third house. Your communication skill will increase, your bonding between your daily contacts will improve. There is a chance of long distance travels, there is also a chance of like religious discourses. Okay, bonding or communication between you and your father or elders of your family will improve. There is a chance that you can also have a proper learning from your guru, or you can start a new type of learning or education. Okay, if you're interested in spiritual studies or religious studies, in that case also it is going to give you very good results. And as I said that it is good for your health, because it is the eighth lord, it is the ayus karak for you. Okay, first of all it is the universal ayus karak, but for you it is specifically at the eighth lord, so it is definitely going to give you good results for your good health and mind. Okay, so make the most out of it. That's it for the Gemini ascendant people. For the Cancer ascendant people, Saturn is the seventh lord and eighth lord. It is the it is direct, it is in direct motion in the eighth house. So the first thing I will say that it is good for your health. Previously it was retrograde in your eighth house, so something or the other related to health matters might have had occurred. Okay, in your life, but now what I can see is that since it is in direct motion in the eighth house and it is the eighth lord, so definitely it will bring some progress with respect to health. Or suppose if you are going through some prevalent health condition, in that case you can see some kind of good results with respect to that. But since it is the seventh lord also and it is the eighth lord also direct in the eighth house, I will also say that, see, the transit of Saturn through the sign of Aquarius is a long one. It is not ending in 1 month or 2 month. Okay, it is a long one. So I will also say that health related discipline, or having a proper healthy habits, good habits, is very essential, because 8th house is 12th from the ninth house. So certain things which are not good, certain things which are not good for us, that can be seen from the 8th house. So bad choices or bad habits can be seen from the 8th house, and Saturn is transiting through it. So you have to work on your good habits or incorporating good habits in day-to-day life, which is not only good for you but also good for in and around you. That is what Aquarius sign is all about. Okay, so you have to look into those matters. Definitely, since it is in the direct motion, it is going to help you with regards to your health. But it is up to us also that how we are taking it forward. Secondly, Saturn will be aspecting your 10th house. So definitely it is asking more efforts or more discipline to have in order to have a proper work life or maintaining a proper work life balance, because 8th house is the house of ups and downs. Okay, and from 8th house, third aspect of Saturn is falling on the 10th house of your karma, your work, career. So there can be some kind of dissatisfaction also, but I will say that since Saturn is direct in its motion, so now it is a time that you have to have a proper discipline towards your work, proper commitment. Yes, you may also get some opportunity because 8th house is 11th from the 10th house, so some work like opportunities can also come in front of you. But in whatever work you are doing, you have to have a proper discipline towards it. That is what Saturn is testing you. Okay, another thing is that Saturn will be aspecting your 5th house by its 10th aspect. So that means this is a time when you have to have a very research based learning or studies. Now suppose even if you are not a student, you are working somewhere or you are doing some kind of business, in order to have a proper progress and success in that business or in that work, you need to have a constant learning with respect to that subject or with respect to that work. That is what this 8th house transit of Saturn is all about, because it is a research based sign. It is aspecting your 2nd house. You need to have a proper balance at your family matters. Although it is in direct motion, so it will give you good results like proper maintenance of bonding or relationship between you and your family members. But it is also your responsibility that how you take forward. Since it is in direct motion, so definitely it is going to give you good results. Okay, you will be able to now take proper decisions regarding your wealth and all. More essentially, it is in the 8th house, so it will give you good results with respect to joint assets. It will have a proper maintenance of means married life. Suppose if you are in married life or you are in a relationship, then this Saturn will bring you proper commitment, or I will say discipline towards your spouse, towards your partner. Or suppose you are maintaining joint asset, in that case also. Since Saturn is also the 7th lord in the 8th house, so yes, you need to also be careful regarding the health matter of your spouse, of your partner. Or I will say that sometimes you may also feel that certain things between you and your partner is not correct, but you have to maintain it. You have to take care regarding that, because 8th house is the house of ups and downs. Okay, now suppose someone is not in a partnership, suppose someone is not in a relationship or in married life. For them I will say that 7th lord is mass fame and 8th house is the house which deals with wrong decisions. So here I will also say that suppose you are in a single life, okay, and you are working somewhere or you are doing some you are planning to work in a business or trade. For you I will say that you need to have a proper research, proper homework before you start any work. Follow proper righteousness, follow proper judgment, truth and justice, then all it is going to give you very good results. Otherwise it can lead to some like loss of fame or reputation also, because that is what 8th house is all about. Okay, so make the most out of it. That's it for the Cancer ascendant people. For the Leo ascendant people, Saturn is direct now in your 7th house. It is your 6th lord and 7th lord. This direct motion of Saturn in the 7th house was much needed for the Leo ascendant people. The first thing is that it will now improve the bonding between you and your partner, both at the personal level or at the professional level. Now, seventh house is basically relationship. Now, relationship does not always means that you and your spouse or you and your partner. It can be between any two people. Means how you are connecting with the other person. That is seventh house. Okay. Now, since Saturn is direct in the seventh house and it is the seventh lord, so whenever now you are connecting with another person, you will be able to connect in a more disciplined manner, more humble manner. Okay. There will be a good sense of groundedness, stability, because Aquarius is also a fixed sign. So you will search for stability in your relationship, stability in your bonding between you and your partner. So suppose if you are associated with any kind of trade, business, or if you are thinking to collaborate with some other person at the personal level also, at the professional level also, you will search for stability, you will search for growth, you will feel that yes, let me grow along with you with proper discipline, proper commitment, which is a good thing, because first of all Saturn gains directional strength in the seventh house. Another thing is that it is your sixth lord transiting in the seventh house, so it has got two things to understand. Sixth lord transiting in the seventh house, not good for the health of the spouse, health of the partner, or health of the with respect to professional matters also. Means at the business level there can be rifts, there can be misunderstanding between you and your partner. But since it is the seventh lord, so even if any rift will come, it will be for something good. Like suppose something is not correct, your partner may not be agreeing with you, your partner will say you, and if you look into that matter, the problem is solved, the things are going to be much more better. Okay, so you have to give equal importance to your partner also. That's what Saturn, because it is equality, it is the planet which deals with impartiality. Okay, so make the most out of it. And I will also say that suppose you are doing any job, any work at the personal level, at the soul level, like self-employment or something like that, in that case also I will say that this direct motion of Saturn is going to give you very good results. Okay, it will give you that discipline, it will give you that hard working mentality and methodology, because seventh house is the other people will judge you. So if you are punctual, disciplined, hard working, the same people will always praise you. Okay, always say something good about you, because Saturn is aspecting your first house. So yes, take care regarding your health also, personal health. Sixth and seventh lord, it's Saturn is okay. So your own health, always work is not good, some rest, some good food and everything is also very essential. It is aspecting your fourth house also. Okay, so mental peace, you need to have proper rest also. Ninth house, that means it is aspecting your ninth house by its third aspect. So I will also say that suppose if you are thinking to have some long distance travel, to move to some foreign place, because seventh house is foreign lands, ninth house is travels, so it will be beneficial for you. Okay, so make the most out of it. That's it for the Leo ascendant people. For the Virgo ascendant people, Saturn is direct in your sixth house. It is the fifth lord and the sixth lord. I will say it's a very good transit for you, very good motion for you, direct motion of Saturn in your sixth house. First of all, Saturn transit in the sixth house means it makes a person perfectionist, master of a work. Such a person can work on daily basis on one particular thing without getting tired. So you may feel that whole day I'm working, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and you will see that you are not getting tired. At the end of the day, you will be working on means 10 or 15 different kinds of responsibilities, and you are successful in that. So suppose you are a student, because it is the fifth lord also, and you are learning something, and all of a sudden you feel that yes, now I am well prepared for any competitive exam. for any kind of competition. So it is a wonderful time to prepare you for any kind of competitive arena. At your job level also, it is going to give you very good discipline, commitment, patience level, regarding how to maintain a proper bonding between you and your superiors, you and your subordinates and your colleagues. Okay, and you will see that since Aquarius is a very like humanitarian sign, so you will like to work in a team, in a group. You will feel that okay, yes, let me work in a group, let me help others also. And at the same time, since it is the fifth lord, you will see that people are also cooperating along with you. You will be always learning new things, because fifth house lord is like let me work and learn about it, learning new things. You will actually improve your knowledge every now and then. Very good transit, I will say, very good motion of Saturn for the Virgo ascendant people. Saturn will be aspecting your third house by its 10th aspect, so starting a new work, new efforts, it's a wonderful time. But since it is in the sixth house, so while you are connecting with your people of your daily contacts, don't get into any kind of arguments, because from sixth house it is looking into third house. So there can be sometimes you may feel that certain things you may not like, or you say something they may not like. Okay, because sometimes Saturn becomes very cold, so our reactions to certain things becomes very cold, so you need to be very careful regarding that also. Saturn is aspecting your 12th house and 8th house, so yes, definitely it is activating your dosthana houses 6, 8, 12. 6th house by transit, 8th house by third aspect, 12th house by 7th aspect. So 6, 8, 12 houses are getting activated. It is under the aspect of Saturn, so you cannot do any mistake in your life. Proper choices, good habits, maintaining like good choices means not doing any wrong thing. Okay, so that will be highly essential for you, specifically if you are in a relationship. In that case, I will say that you need to maintain a proper bonding and discipline towards it, because 6th house is 12th from the 7th house. You do one mistake and that can lead to problem. Okay, because since it is activating the 6, 8, 12 houses, and suppose if you are in any kind of prevalent health condition, in that case also you need to be a bit careful, because as I'm saying that it is aspecting the 12th house also from the 6th house. Otherwise, I will say that in your day-to-day life, it is going to give you very good results, overall success. Okay, so that's it for the Virgo ascendant people. Make the most out of it. For the Libra ascendant people, Saturn is the yoga karaka planet. It is the fourth lord and fifth lord. It is transiting in the fifth house and getting direct. So I will say it's a much needed direct motion of Saturn, because it is not only ruling the fourth house of happiness, but also fifth house of joy, pleasure, having good choices in life, studies, education, creative self intelligence, and so many things, good things, children, progeny, happy time. Okay, so first of all, that this direct motion of Saturn in the fifth house, I will say that suppose you are learning something, or you are a student, or if you are thinking that I have to work on it, I have to learn it, I have to study it. Previously, since it was retrograde, so there might have been some kind of laziness or lethargy, confusion, dilemma, what to do, when to do, how to do. But now, since Saturn is direct, so you will feel that yes, now I will be able to work on it, I can study it, I can work on it. You will feel that this is a wonderful time now onwards. You will be able to focus on your creative expression, intelligence, improving creative skills, and also looking forward to it, because it is direct now, progressing towards success. It is aspecting your 11th house also, so you will see that good education, learning, discipline, improving the creative skill set, and also expressing it in a more disciplined manner, and ultimately it is going to give you good results. Secondly, Saturn is aspecting your 7th house. And who is transiting in your 7th house? Jupiter. So both Saturn and Jupiter is activating your 7th house. And Saturn is the 5th lord. It is direct in the 5th house. So there can be a chance that you may get into a love relationship, or now bonding between you and your partner may improve. Or suppose previously there was any kind of dilemma or conflict of interest between you and your partner, now those things will resolve one by one. And it may also happen that suppose you may also get some good proposals for your married life, for your marriage. And suppose if you are thinking to get into a relationship, then in that case also it is a very good time for the Libra ascendant people. Saturn will be aspecting your 2nd house from the 5th house. It is the 5th lord. It's a good time to make investments, good time to do some financial planning, and also to spend some good time, quality time with your family members. Okay, so you may find yourself having some good get together with your family members, with your near and dear ones, or some vacation or trips with your near and dear ones. So that's how the direct motion of Saturn in the 5th house will work. And since Saturn will be transiting here for means Saturn transits for 2.5 years in a house, in a sign, and it is a like a long transit now. So ultimately it is going to give you good news and good results in the upcoming months also. Okay, so you can make the most out of it. As I said that good for learning, creativity, and yes, it is the house of children and progeny also. So that means now you will be like free of worries and troubles with regards to your children. Previously there could have been like some health issues, or there can be some kind of worries or anxiousness, anxiety, okay, unnecessarily because of that retrograde motion of Saturn. But now it is direct, so you will see that things are much more better. Okay, now you are less worried now with regards to your children and progeny. Okay, and since it is direct, you will see that now the health of your mother is also improving. Bonding with your mother is also improving now. Okay, so that's it for the Libra ascendant people. Make the most out of it. For the Scorpio ascendant people, Saturn rules your 3rd house and 4th house. Saturn is direct in the 4th house. Now normally means transit of Saturn in the 4th house is normally not taken that great, means I will be very honest about it, but since Saturn rules your 4th house and it is direct in the 4th house, so this Saturn will ensure that you do all the things correct to maintain a proper peace of mind, proper domestic happiness, all the things which are necessary to make your home good, beautiful. Okay, all those things Saturn will help you, because now it is direct, so it will may help you to progress towards better life, better domestic life and happiness. First of all, it will improve the health of your mother. It will ensure a proper bonding between you and your mother, and home related any kind of thing, things will be much more better. Like suppose howsoever small it is, the matter is with respect to your domestic happiness, domestic affairs, things will be resolved now, slowly and gradually. So this is also a time, like suppose if you are thinking that I have to work on this part of my home, or I have to maintain my vehicle or conveyances, or I have to purchase a new piece of land or new vehicle or something like that. In that case also it is going to give you very good results. Means good for your luxury, comfort, happiness. It may also happen that you may come back home. Like suppose you are in a faraway land, Saturn turns direct in the 4th house, it is the 4th lord, and you feel that yes, I'm coming back home, because 4th house is the place, means it is the motherland, it is the native land. Okay, so you are back to the place with your among your near and dear ones. Happy time. Now since it is Saturn, you will be feeling more like that I want stability and I want to stay over here. I want to continue this joy, happiness. Okay, it is also your third lord. Now you see third lord direct as the 4th lord in the 4th house, so that means there can be short travels back to home. Okay. One thing is that Saturn is looking onto your 10th house, so that means with respect to your family life, your home, domestic life, there can be some responsibility at your work life also. Like suppose you have to maintain a proper work life balance here. At times you may feel lethargic or lazy. Means there is a possibility, because since it is the 4th lord. Okay, so at times you may feel that yes, everything is good, let it be. So you have to have a proper work life balance also. Means having a proper happiness, peace of mind at home, that's okay, but you have to also go out and work. Okay, so you need to take care regarding that. Suppose if you are associated with agriculture, landed properties, or construction business, real estate, it is going to give you very good results. Okay, it is like a wonderful time to prosper on these works. And Saturn aspecting on the 10th house in the direct motion, so now bonding or rapport between you and your superiors and authorities will improve. How you are connecting with your working environment, that will improve. Okay, your third lord is direct now, so that means working on a new project, new ideas will be good. Now you will feel happy about it. You will feel that yes, let me start something of your own. Now this something of your own is good, but that is the thing which may make you feel lethargic regarding at your work life. There can be a dilemma regarding that. You may feel that let me start something of my own, which is a good thing, but again at the same time you may feel some kind of dilemma regarding your work life, so you have to maintain that work life balance. Okay, and proper nourishment, means proper food eating habits is very essential. Proper rest is essential, because it is aspecting your 6th house and 1st house. If you are not maintaining proper discipline with respect to your own health, not taking proper rest, then that can lead to some health issues. Take care regarding that also. Okay, that's it for the Scorpio ascendant people. For the Sagittarius ascendant people, Saturn is direct in your 3rd house. Saturn rules your 3rd house and 2nd house. This direct motion of Saturn for the Sagittarius people is a very good motion, I will say. It's a very good planetary energy with respect to Saturn, because normally Saturn performs very well, very good in 3rd house. It is now direct, so that means all your efforts will progress now. All your actions will be well executed. You will be able to plan better now, and you will see that your plannings are now implemented in your real life. It is getting manifested. Means you are planning something today, and tomorrow you are able to manifest it, you are able to execute it. Since it is in the house of Aquarius, its own sign, so now you will be able to have a very stable methodology regarding that. It is in the 3rd house, so that means you will be able to think very intelligently. It's a Aries sign, so you will be able to plan things in a much more better manner, and you will be able to stick to that plan, that yes, I have to work on these things. Suppose if you are sorry, suppose if you are working in a project, or you are already working somewhere, In that case also you will see that now you are able to focus more. New ideas, new innovations are coming in front of you, and you will be able to like yes, whatever maybe the problem is, I have solution for it. So you will not only find yourself among the people as like that who knows the solution, this person knows the solution, he has everything in his mind. So this kind of ideologies or this kind of things you may find yourself within yourself during this particular time. Secondly is that since Saturn is direct in the third house, you will see that your creative talent, your hobbies, you will be able to attach yourself more into those kind of things. Whatever creative talent you might have, whatever hobbies you are good at, you will find that yes, now you are able to work on those things. It will allow you to improve your health. Suppose if you are into sports or athletics, in that case also it is going to give you very good results. You will feel that yes, now I will be able to take care regarding my health, my day-to-day activities in a more fast manner, in a prompt manner, disciplined manner. Okay. Saturn is aspecting your fifth house, so it is also allowing you to put your efforts, your actions with respect to your creative self-expression. So your work will transform you into a more creative methodologies and everything. Like you will feel that let me take this work, make it more beautiful, take my time, make it more like innovative, and put it in front of people. Okay. Saturn is aspecting your 12th house, so that means you will be able to have a proper check on your expenditures now. Previously it was retrograde, so now you will feel that since it is the second lord, so you will be very focused towards your wealth, your finances. You will feel that yes, I have to work on this kind of things, this is my work, and this will give me that achievement, it will give me that success, and ultimately it will help you to improve your gains and success, income, wealth, and also decrease your expenditures. Suppose if you are working in some kind of work like which requires travel, which requires short travel a lot, so in that case that will be beneficial for you, means you will be able to earn a lot or have a regular income regarding that kind of work where which requires movement or which requires short travel, because third house is short travel. It will also improve the communication between you and your near and dear ones, your daily contacts. Okay. If you are associated with any work related to social communication, mass media, mass communication, reading, writing, in that case also this Saturn is going to give you very good results, because Aquarius is all about technology, mass communication. Okay. Network circle, that is Aquarius, and third house is communication, short travels. Okay, so it is going to give you very good results with respect to that. Saturn is aspecting your ninth house. It will also improve the bonding between you and your father, since Saturn is direct. But yes, since Saturn is looking onto your ninth house, you need to also be careful regarding the health of your father. Okay, that is also very essential. Since it is the lord of the second house and it is direct now, so bonding between you and your family member or any decision making related to financial matters or money related matters will be now very easy to you. Means you will sorry, you will feel very much relieved with respect to those things. Okay, so make the most out of it. So that's it for the Sagittarius ascendant people. For the Capricorn ascendant people, Saturn is the Lagna lord, Saturn is the second lord, Saturn is direct now in the second house. So first of all, I will say that it's a wonderful time for maintaining the wealth or taking good financial decisions, making investment plans. Okay, or spending some time with the family members, or suppose you are out somewhere and you are thinking to come back to your family, visit your peoples, your near and dear ones. It's a wonderful time. Okay, this direct motion of Saturn will allow you to work towards your financial independence. You will feel that yes, now I'll be able to focus on my work, because you see, Saturn will be aspecting your 11th house by its 10th aspect. So you will work hard in those things which will give you like proper which will lead you to proper pathway towards generation of wealth, creation of wealth, good income, okay, and multiplying it. So I will say you one thing, that if you are making any investment plans or some financial investment plans, in that case I will say that go for long term investments, because Saturn likes long term investments. And go for like regularity in your investments, okay, so that will give you much more better results. Another thing is that you will be able to focus more on your family matters, be more disciplined and committed towards your family members, and you will be able to like take responsibility towards them. You will feel that yes, some responsibilities are coming towards me. Previously it was retrograde, so there was some kind of confusion or dilemma. There could have been some kind of disturbances of conflict of interest between you and your family members, specifically the elders. But now you will feel that yes, things are getting much more better, since Saturn signifies old people, and it is the second house of family. So elders of your family, if you are taking care of your elders of your family, that will give you much more better results, okay, so make the most out of it. Secondly, since it is the Lagna Lord is direct now, so good for your health, also good for your decision making, good for your personality. It will also improve your discipline and punctuality in your day-to-day life, okay. It is aspecting the fourth house, so yes, definitely it is direct, so it will improve the bonding between you and your mother. But since it is aspecting the fourth house by its third aspect, I will also say that take care regarding the health of your mother, very essential. Saturn will be aspecting your 8th house. So suppose if you are in a kind of partnership, be it personal or be it at the professional level, in that case also I will say that since it is direct now, so you will be able to follow the responsibilities in your partnership much more better now. But since it is aspecting the 8th house, responsibilities will continue. You have to take up the responsibilities, be more disciplined towards it. And if you are like into some kind of work where you need to maintain the joint asset, in that case also I will say that you need to have a proper discipline towards it, because see, Saturn is not moving from your second house in 1 or 2 months, okay, it will stay now. And so I will say that since it is direct, make the most out of it. Maintain a proper collaboration between you and your partner, maintain a proper dignity, proper respect towards you and your partner, that will give you much more better results. Now specifically in the professional partnership, where you need to work with multiple people, and at the personal level also, suppose if you are in married life or you are in a relationship, in that case I will say that mutual respect is very essential. Taking care of your partner is very essential, because Aquarius is all about giving back to the society. It's a very humanitarian sign, so it is like something doing for the others selflessly, okay. Now suppose if you are not in a partnership, in that case I will say that it is looking onto your 8th house. In that case I will say that maintaining proper habits, good healthcare is essential now, okay. Another thing is that if you are thinking to get into a collaboration, in that case new collaboration, then there is a chance that you need to handle the joint assets or joint like things. You have to work on those things in a more prompt manner, more disciplined manner, and work on any kind of new work in a more research methodology. Like suppose you are starting a new work, think about it, do a proper homework, then start it, because it is aspecting the 8th house. You cannot do mistakes, you cannot say that, oh, I was not knowing about it. This I'm talking about the people who are not into a relationship and they are maintaining a normal life and thinking about a new work on something like that. In that case I'm saying, okay. Now for the Aquarius ascendant people, Saturn is direct in your first house. Saturn is your first lord and 12th lord. So first of all, I will say it's a wonderful direct motion for the Aquarius people, because it is transiting in your first house itself. It is the Lagna Lord itself, and it was retrograde previously. So definitely it was creating a lot of dilemma and confusion. It was also making you feel that what to do next, because decision making was getting delayed, or it was getting creating some kind of confusion, which is correct, which is not correct. Okay, it is direct now, so that means you will be able to take your decisions much more better. You will be able to take care of your health and your personality. Now your personality here means Saturn in Aquarius means that you are spending your time to improve your personality for something good. Okay, means maintaining proper discipline, not only creating something good life for yourself but also for others. So now it is direct, that means you'll be able to change your personality for the good, make some good changes, able to take some good decisions. And since it is Saturn, I will also say that since you are now moving forward, or you will be able to move forward, take small steps at a time. Don't take some big steps, because Saturn likes to do work one at a time. Do it, some get some success, okay, get some confidence, start something next, then. So small things, small steps at a time, and don't procrastinate. Now here is that since Saturn is direct now, it will help you to move forward. It is in own sign, it will help you to do hard work. Previously it was retrograde, so there was some kind of lethargy, some kinds of laziness, or some kind of what will happen next, or what to do next. But now since it is direct, so it will allow you to move forward in a much more planned manner. You will be able to plan it properly. Saturn is aspecting your third house, so now you will be able to take your decisions and also work on it in a more action oriented manner. Okay, you will be able to take decisions regarding your efforts. It will improve your communication skills. Saturn is aspecting your 10th house, means with respect to your punctuality and discipline, maintaining proper health, personality, and your decision making, you will be able to have a proper means connection between you and your authorities or superiors at your workplace. You will be able to perform your work on time now. There will be you will be able to take up challenges much more better now. It is preparing you for something much more big. Only one thing is that take small steps at a time. Okay, suppose you are getting a big project, you just do the homework, that what things to be given more priority, and then the next one. In that way it will give you much more better results. Since Saturn is the Lagna Lord, it is transiting in the first house, and it is aspecting the 7th house by its 7th aspect. So definitely Lagna Lord getting direct, and it is aspecting the 7th house, means it will improve the bonding between you and your partner. But since it is Saturn and it is direct, so that means now Saturn will ask for more commitment and discipline towards your partner, be it professional, be it personal. Now suppose if you are not in a partnership or relationship, in that case I will say that 7th house is the house of other people. So and Saturn is in the first house, so people will judge you. Okay, or you may get judgments from people, because you see Saturn loses its directional strength in the first house. So if you are not punctual, if you are not disciplined, so you may feel that people are getting judgmental about you. Okay, so you need to have a proper day-to-day life, good practices. Okay, that will give you much more better results. And on certain things you may also get judgmental towards other people, specifically your partner. So suppose if you are in a relationship, I'm talking about the personal relationship here, or in a married life, on certain things you may also get judgmental towards your spouse or your partner. So give equal importance to your partner also, respect his or her opinion, and that will give you a better results. Okay, so that's it for the Aquarius ascendant people. For the Pisces ascendant people, Saturn is direct in your 12th house. Saturn rules your 12th house and 11th house. Now this transit has to be given some extra care. Okay, previously when it was retrograde, so it was retrograde in the 12th house, so it was giving its result from the 11th house also, but now it is direct, so now it will be giving results from the 12th house. So essential part here becomes the health, that in case of any prevalent health condition you need to be a bit careful. Another thing is that you may suddenly feel that you have to put some extra effort in order to have that amount of growth and development in your life. Or you may feel that like, what are the ways in which should I work to have that income, or should I have that wealth in my life. So there can be this related anxiety sometimes, because after Saturn turns direct, as it is direct now, since 12th house is also the house of loss, Saturn's third aspect is on your second house. So that means now you need to have a proper planning towards your expenditure. You, like, all of a sudden you cannot spend your money, or you cannot make some random investment plans. Even if, suppose if you are thinking that I am going to do some investment plans, in that case I will say that do some long term investment plans, that also with proper thinking and proper looking into each and every matter. Okay, unnecessary, like, haphazard or randomly you think about something and do some expenditures or do some financial plannings, don't do that, because that may create some kind of problems. Okay, um, health issues, I will say that you need to be careful, because Saturn transit in the 12th house, normally it creates overthinking, anxiousness, or sometimes it may make you feel a bit isolated. Okay, loneliness. Okay, so one of the good remedies that always be in the group of people, or surround yourself in a group of good people. Try to be in the company of your near and dear ones, if possible. That's a good thing, that's a good remedy, I will say, because since it is the 11th lord, that means group, network, circle. But since it is transiting in the 12th house, that means you might get isolated, or you may feel that staying isolated is good to some extent. So initially it may feel good, but later on you may feel to some extent that it is also creating some kind of anxiety. So you can tackle it in one of the other ways, that Saturn will be aspecting your ninth house of higher learning. Okay, and 12th house is spirituality. Ninth house is religious studies. So suppose if you are going for something related to religious studies or spiritual studies, this transit of Saturn is going to give you very good results. In that way, isolation will give you good results, or you may feel that yes, now I will be able to focus on my studies or new kind of learning in a much more attentive mode, in a more productive mode, and that can also give you gains in your life, because it is the 11th lord also. But suppose the type of work which requires group support, or which requires a networking or a team, in that regard you may face some kind of problems, or you may feel some kind of dilemma, that means at the mental level, at the subconscious level, because 12th house is subconscious mind. At the subconscious level you may feel that I want to be isolated, but since Saturn is the planet of karma, it is the planet of work, hard work, so you may feel that in that work I require a group of people. But since it is transiting in the 12th house, it will be very difficult for you to get aligned with the group of people. Okay, so you have to maintain that balance. Okay, and try to have a proper rest, that will give you much more better results. And Saturn will be aspecting your sixth house also, so you have to avoid any unnecessary conflict, or means problems, unnecessary problems in your life. Try to avoid it. because that can lead to means conflicts and problems. Try to avoid it, and just follow the proper discipline, proper commitment. Since Saturn is the planet of hard work and it is transiting in the 12th house, you may also feel that my hard work is not getting recognized. But don't worry, it is transiting in its own sign. So slowly and gradually it will give you very good results, because Aquarius is a Aries sign and fixed sign. So it will give you that intelligence at the subconscious mind that what are the things you need to work upon. I mean, some things are difficult, but not everything is difficult about this transit. Some good things are also there. So you have to work on those things. Okay, so suppose if you are working on some kind of projects which requires isolation, or which requires self expertise, in those sector, this Saturn will give you very good results. Okay, so make the most out of it. Okay, this is a transit of learning, and if you are thinking to go away to some faraway lands for higher education, in that case also this transit of Saturn is going to give you very good results, because it is aspecting your 9th house by its 10th aspect. Okay, so that's it for the Pisces ascendant people. Make the most out of it. So that's it from my side, and if you have liked this video, press the like button, share to your near and dear ones, and if you are new to this channel, tap onto the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon, so that every time I make a new video you get notified instantly. Your comments are always welcome to me, and if you want a consultation from me, check the links down in the description section. You can also mail me through my email ID, and get connected with me through my Facebook or Instagram accounts. So next time when I come back, till then, I'm signing off for today. Thanking you. Bye bye.